now we enter the conversation that we have been waiting for. Also, since 4 p.m., there are two conversations. At 5:30, we'll have the Dean of African Leadership Academy, Khatib, joining in 5:30 to 6. 5 p.m. right now, 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., we have a panel discussion with three leading career counselors who you can see on your screen. Shivangi ma'am from Ahmedabad International School. Years and decades of experience in career counseling, and a dear friend again for many, many decades for me. At least 10 to 15, more than 10 years, at least minimum, that I've been visiting her school in Ahmedabad. And she has been hosting me. Thank you so much, Shivangi ma'am, for joining in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. And I hope we are able to
Absolutely.
get some insights.
No, absolutely. I also want to welcome Madhu Chaddha ma'am. Madhu ma'am is again doing some fantastic work in my hometown of Faridabad. DPS Faridabad is known as one of the best schools, and Madhu ma'am has put Faridabad on the career counseling roadmap. I can see Faridabad, DPS Faridabad there, although my daughter goes to DPS Greater Faridabad, and I keep telling them that you should have more representation in the career counseling field. But Madhu ma'am has been doing some fantastic work herself in for last 4 years that I have been seeing her. I had the honor of hosting her at Masters Union campus, I think, a couple of years back when she was there for a workshop we were doing in association with Rishi. I forgot the name, but Rishi was there, and we had a couple of faculty members from Columbia University that had come in, and Madhu ma'am was there. So that was the first time I met her, and then IC3, she has been a regular, and we have been meeting her. So Madhu ma'am, what an honor! You have done some phenomenal work for many, many years. It's not only 4 years. I think 3, 4 years is what the time I know you, but even before that, you have been doing some fantastic work. Welcome.
Thank you so much, and I am really honored to be here with Naghma and Shivangi. And I was listening to Kshitija, and it's always a pleasure to be with your community. And Ankur, I've met you a couple of times, and each time that I meet you, I wonder how do you carry this kind of a positive energy. You are always charged, always excited. I've never seen a dull moment in your life, and with all these podcasts, I don't know how do you manage, but you are all over the place, and I'm very happy to join you here today.
It is a question that everybody asks me. I tell them that you guys keep me motivated and energized. To have these conversations, I feel so blessed that I got to travel and meet so many of you in so many different parts of the world, that I can bring them together on the podcast or on our campus in Masters Union or through this Intersect Virtual Festival. So thankful so much for the kind words, Madhu ma'am, and your energy is what drives me. I want to now welcome Naghma. Naghma is a dear friend, and I'm not going to call her ma'am because ये दोनों भी young है, लेकिन Naghma भी young age में नहीं जाना चाहिए. But Naghma is a dear friend. Again, Naghma has been doing some fantastic work, phenomenal work at DPS International Edge in Gurugram. I have been again very honored to know her for last many, many years. I think Ashoka, Jindal, and then Cialfo, and then Masters Union. It's been a journey. And Naghma has hosted me also on more than a couple of occasions at her school. And it has been really a joy. I've met Naghma at the forums. We have presented together actually last year at International ACAC when I was there in Boston. And then then IC3 and all these forums. So great, Naghma. Fantastic, phenomenal work you are doing at your school, and that's why we keep meeting and we keep collaborating. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Ankur. In fact, you have collaborated with me now in Bharav schools also. So
yes, she hosted me at Dharav schools in May when I was in her school in Jaipur. Great, thank you so much for reminding that. इतना काम करते हैं हम साथ में कि वो भूल ही गया कि we were there in Dharav schools also. So now
Yes.
Naghma is also
Yeah, is it I think Ankur, you just
for her to
your video just
I mean,
got hanged, Ankur.
So I was
So
just saying, sorry. I think I was just mentioning that the better the person, the more responsibilities that person gets. So Naghma now has additional responsibilities of managing not only one school, but I think multiple schools.
Yeah,
So,
so
Naghma, over to you.
I'm the strategic lead college advisory for 4 schools. So
Wow,
that has all 3 Dharavs also. 2 of them
बढ़िया.
are in Jaipur and one in Gurgaon. And just because Ankur talked about this and he's such a dear friend that I just drove down from Jaipur and I have arrived at 4:30 here.
Oh,
But
wow.
because this was you, Ankur, and my very dear friend Shivangi, and it's a pleasure to be with Miss Madhu here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
I had to be here.
And it's raining crazy. I mean, in the Delhi NCR, तो
Yes.
बहुत सुबह से
Yes.
बारिश हो
So
रहा है इतना. रोड
yeah,
लॉगिंग हो
when
रखा है,
I
वाटर लॉगिंग है.
drove yesterday, it was really, some parts was scary also, but today it was still better when I came back.
चलिए, God bless you. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, Nagma ji, for taking time out. Even though, I mean, all the rains and traffic, and I'm sure a lot of other problems that you may have faced. So really appreciate it. Really thankful and honored to have you and the other two as well, all three of you here on this panel. So let's get into the
Pleasure.
session. We have 20 minutes on the clock. And I thought we'll just do a quick review of the year for all of you. How has the year been? We have had a couple of conversations in the past here on where counselors have shared, key trends that they have seen in their counseling space. So let's start with, I mean, if we can just start with a go around of admission snapshot. How many students did you counsel? Which countries did you see? Universities. Which universities and countries did you see more students going to? We know all the geopolitical and all the things that are going on. The last 3 weeks we have discussed a lot, so I'm not getting into it. But we're just cutting straight into the data points on what is it that you saw. So we can start with probably Shivangi ma'am over in the same order.
Yes, thank you very much, Ankur. I'm sorry for the voice. I've got a cold. So I hope I'm audible.
Yeah. आपको
Yeah?
आवाज आ रहा है?
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so I this is the usual cohort that I have, and I'm just a one-man army in my school. So I've done about 100 plus students, and plus a little bit more of the younger ones as well, just counseling and planning a little. But mainly the college applications were over 100. Somehow in Gujarat, the American dream never dies. So we still had the American admits ruling. And yeah, nothing changed very drastically. Only what really was tough was that a lot of them were applying to a lot of countries, So it wasn't that just USA, UK, or just Canada, or just Australia. They were applying to everything, They didn't want to take chances. So multiple countries, multiple destinations has been the way at AIS. And like I said, for us, it's mainly business, engineering. Those are the kind of trends that people are looking into. So we had the USCs and Johns Hopkins and Purdue and the works of most universities that everybody is aware.
Oh, perfect. I mean, 100 students, and you are managing that, I mean, for many years. I think 25 years and more at, I mean,
Yeah,
you're the
25
founding
years more.
Ahmedabad
Yeah,
International.
member of the school, yes. It's
Yeah,
been fun. I don't
perfect.
know. I don't think there is so much stress on it, but yes, like when you have senior people and senior who's looking after multiple, I get fascinated with what you do, what Naghma does, and Madhu ma'am does. I'm so like in awe of them that
Wonderful.
multiple destinations.
राधे राधे, बहुत सुंदर. तो मेरे को आप एक बात बताएं, बिफोर आई गो टू मधु मैम,
Huh.
any unexpected destination, any unexpected universities that probably were not in your list, probably in years before that, or still it's the same list of student
The same,
universities or
same,
destinations?
same
Perfect.
list.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. May I now invite Madhu ma'am? Madhu ma'am, over to you for your admission snapshot.
Yes, we have a graduating batch of 450 approximately every year. And those who are appearing for the national entrances don't need much of guidance because they've already made up their mind that through JEE Mains and Advanced or CLAT or CUET, they will reach the colleges that they want. but they need plan B and plan C, and this is what we did with them so that none of our children are disheartened at the end of the day. All of our students who were appearing for JEE mains and advanced had a plan B. And in that plan B, I saw that progressive universities in India were taking, they were gaining grounds, I would say, like Plaksha, Shoka, Kriya, Flame, and others, because if they don't get the best college for engineering, government college, then they would look at these private colleges. As far as overseas is concerned, it has been heartening. Three admits in MIT, three in Stanford, two in Oxford, and one in Cambridge. So our bag was full this time. And a lot of other admits also, very prestigious ones in different countries. But one thing that I'm really, really very happy about is children going to Japan. Those who graduated last year, two of them have gone in the April intake, and I'm already very happy that they are doing very well and they are happy. So I have no apprehensions that those who are going to be leaving in the month of September, October, I don't have any apprehensions about their well-being. I had personally visited also, so I saw that they really look upon Indians as great people. So there is no discrimination that they are going to face. They are a very humble race. So there is a lot to learn from them. Technology, they are one of the best. So I am very happy about this new destination that has opened up. So in all, we got very
If
good
you can,
offers.
sorry, Madhu ma'am, if you can mention, I mean, Japan, I'm seeing this trend now that a lot of Japanese universities are actively engaging with Indian students and
Yes.
Indian schools. I mean, which are the universities that your students have opted for? If you can mention a couple of names or you visited?
Yes. Yeah, no problem. See, SOPA University, we have a MOU signed with them. So every
Okay,
year they are going to sponsor one student full 100% fee waiver, and
okay,
other four they are going to give 50% fee waiver. And
okay.
Kyoto, we have not collaborated as such, but one of our students is going to that university. And in the coming year, means the students are going to graduate in 2027. Already five of them have filled for the next scholarship, and I am hoping great success for them. So I think this number is going to double with a lot of students, applying for MEC scholarship, getting it, and those who are already getting scholarship from SOKA University, they will definitely be going because their seniors are happy over there.
Mm. So you want to mention Super University and the other university you mentioned, ma'am, was the
This, but for the next 2027, students are more prepared because they are learning Japanese so that they can apply for tech courses which require certain level of Japanese. We also have a
mm,
Japanese master at school, so he has been guiding students and they will clear certain levels by the time they do their application, and I hope that that number would grow. Again,
yeah.
there has been increase in the number of admits in Europe. A lot of students are looking at Europe as a very favorable destination. Uh, those who are getting admits in the Ivy Leagues like MIT, Stanford, they would definitely not leave that opportunity and go there. But there are many bright students who are looking at Europe for the return of investment because most of the public universities in Germany and other countries don't charge tuition fees, although they are slightly tough, I would say, because Germany for the foundation year and language barrier, until and unless you're not very conversant with German, you don't kind of feel at home over
Yeah.
there. So we are prepping them up for all these challenges. And there is also a shift that I can see with a lot of internships that the school organizes, that the children are becoming more open and bolder in taking challenges. Earlier, I felt that the parents were not that open to new suggestions. 650 of our students interned this summer, and we are soon going to have the showcase of it on 25th of July. Yeah.
I remember, I mean, visiting your school in, I think, first year when I was in Masters Union, and we had our runner-up from your school, CEO Challenge. I think runner-up or the first guy that
Yes,
the
yes,
first edition. You showed me the
yes.
picture, and and so great.
Yes.
I know DPS
So you
Faridabad,
had
and you were
brought
doing
that
some.
brochure, and I was so happy to
Yeah,
see that it was our
yeah,
student who was
yeah,
right on the
yeah.
brochure. It always
You
gives
know,
immense pleasure to see your students at places.
amazing, amazing. So thank you so much, and I am happy to hear. I mean, Japan probably today is the story waiting to happen. I mean, I think last 1 year, a lot of interest has come up. It's just like Germany 5 years back. It was just when it was just opening up, and then people started talking
Yeah.
about Germany. Germany now has a lot of students going there. I think
Yes.
Japan is going to be the same story in a couple of years' time, where you will have a lot
Hopefully.
of students going there. Yeah. So thank you. Happy to hear that. Thank you so much, Madhu ma'am. Now I
Yeah.
quickly move to Nagma. Nagma, over to you for your admission snapshot.
Okay, so this is quite impressive to hear Miss Shivangi and Miss Madhu. We are comparatively a very young school. This was our seventh batch with a 70 student batch that we did this year. However, because we do uh, ex intensive counseling with each student, and we do applications um, maybe because we are in exclusive IB schools, we did had 360 total acceptance that we got from global universities from around the world. We had 195 plus universities from where they got these acceptance. Uh, we felt a sense of achievement because we got a Caltech this year. We got a Dartmouth, apart from the usual NYUs and the Imperials, the LSEs. So this was quite a rewarding year for us also. I agree with Miss Madhu that we saw Japan being there, shining there, the land of sun, and we also saw Kyoto University, which was there. Our student has gone to Kyoto, and Ritsumikan is certainly there. Another country that is regaining, I'll say, rather than gaining, regaining popularity is Hong Kong. So our students are, lining up for Hong Kong also. HKUST and HKU are there on top. So a lot of our students are also looking at that. As Shivani ma'am said, that US never fades away. USA is there, but I also agree with Madhu ma'am that if it is one of the prestigious universities, that's when they are going. And we all know now that the scholarships are shrinking away. So that's the pattern we saw. UK slowly, it's a phase where they are talking about the ROI. So we saw an increase in Japan, we saw an increase in Hong Kong, Europe being Netherlands being somewhere on top of it for us rather than Germany. It was Netherlands. So we saw Groningen, we saw and when we saw Erasmus. For us, Erasmus is one of the top ones. A lot of our students are going to Erasmus and they are very happy too. So that's the trend that we saw this year with our students. India is also, yes, India, for us, why we need to talk about India is there's a major myth that IB students, they don't look at India. They are more, about international universities. But to be very honest, we are placing around 35% to 40% of our students in Indian universities. And
Oh, wow.
I'm only talking about private universities. I'm also talking about flat examination, CUET, JEE. So gradually, that is also coming in the picture.
No, absolutely. And I remember 3 weeks back, we hosted Mahesh from IB at the start of this festival.
Yes.
And Mahesh leads the IB for South Asia for many decades now. And then he was talking about how IB is now becoming not only IB students not only go to international universities but Indian universities, and IB is not only part of the metro cities but now smaller cities also in India are having IB schools. So I think this is a trend. Thank you for validating that as well, Nagmaji. And I think absolutely, I mean, you are doing some fantastic work. And then the universities that you talked about, I mean, India, Hong Kong, Japan,
Europe,
Germany, Europe,
Netherlands.
Netherlands, and then US top universities. वो मधु मैम ने बोला आपको congratulations on Caltech, and Madhu ma'am was talking about MIT admits and I think couple of other Ivy League admits. So happy to hear DPS schools, I mean, doing well, and as it is, I mean, sending students across and then having people like you that are guiding students to all these top institutions. It is getting more and more competitive to get into these universities after, especially, I mean, you know it better than I do since pandemic. And to have these admits is again a testament to the work that all of you are putting in on behalf of your students to opening those doors and opening those opportunities that are not on the radar. I mean, like Japan is not on the radar for many of the people, but I mean, being the progressive people, you have been able to get hold of the right people and to open those doors and opportunities for your students. So thank you so much. Finally, we have just 6 minutes here before we have the last session of the festival. I just want to remind everyone that you can use the chat section to type in anything, any questions, comment, feedback. We have 6 minutes where Shivangi, Madhu ma'am, Naghma, and you can ask them or comment. Anything is welcome. But finally, Shivangi ma'am, one final round of conversation before we close this conversation off and move on to the next one. Your any hidden gems you want to talk about, or I mean, everybody in Gujarat is going to US. That's the story.
No, they are looking at other trends, and like Nagma rightly said, we have looking at also Hong Kong a lot, Asian universities.
Mm.
Singapore is very, because another area that Gujarat also, and I'm sure everybody around the country are, is the safety. So Dubai, Singapore, Hong Kong, even Japan, all these places are coming out as very safe destinations for the children. So yes, these are Netherlands is also for us growing. Germany, I used to have one every year. Now I have at least two, three applying. Then they don't want to go because they got the others. That's a different thing. But yes, yeah. And India,
Perfect. Thank.
of course, all of India has been very
Okay,
supportive.
India. Is it like India also? Have you seen
Yeah.
some?
Lots of them. Lots of them. They are all having India in with them. So one university has to be. So at least 5 universities, I tell them that you have to apply to in India. Yeah.
No, I can validate this because I mean, even at Masters Union now we finished our admissions. We are now having a class of upward of 500 students. Last year our class was only about 300 students. This year we have 500 plus students, and it can go higher. So we are definitely seeing a lot of interest in
And
Indian higher education.
and especially universities like Masters Union or any of the liberal arts, one liberal education, I would say, are becoming increasingly
Yeah.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of factors are there. I mean, the quality of institutions has improved, and a lot of young entrepreneurs are now entering this field, setting up. I mean, like here at Masters Union, Pratham and Swati, and all of them are really young people. I mean, coming back, building institutions in India. And then, I mean, there is an untold story. I don't think we can cover it, or probably if you want to comment on it. I mean, the Indian international branch campuses being set up in India. I mean, those kind of whether now. I mean, I just saw news today. We will have our 19th university being set up. I mean, an Australian university because our honorable Prime Minister is on visit to Australia. We just have inauguration news of one more campus in Bangalore. I mean, somehow everybody loves being in Bangalore. So there is another university campus, international university campus coming in Bangalore. So interesting times for us, our students, more choice in India. I mean, to have 19 international university campuses in India means that India higher education is now going to transform. So thank you so much. Anything on IBCs, Shivangi ma'am, before we go to Madhu ma'am?
Anything on IB?
Yeah, anything on IBCs, international branch campuses? Did you see anybody, any interest in
No,
exploring those?
unfortunately, no, not. They are looking at Dubai. but
Yeah,
not the Indian ones. Still, they are kind of wait and
perfect.
watch situation. Yeah.
Yeah, because still early days for international branch
Yeah.
campuses.
So it's
Madhu
still a
ma'am,
wait and watch.
thank you. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Shivangi
I
ma'am.
would.
Madhu ma'am.
Yes, thank you. So we've started engaging with the international branch campuses, and one of the campuses in Gurgaon, they are helping our students with research work. Dr. Anmol Bhatia from the University of Southampton came, took a session, and he is engaging very actively with our students. Some of the
Wonderful.
professional development programs between our teachers and their professors are also going on, because I feel that that is the best way when we send our faculty to interact with their faculty, to be able to be convinced that they are going to get quality education. This year, like many of our students had gone for an overnight stay to Plaksha, and the nearby universities they like to visit for a day or maybe couple of hours. That is our way of engaging with universities. A lot of interest is there. We have to see the final list of admits once everybody has settled. I think you have your next guest, and let's together welcome him. A
Yeah, that
very good.
just we'll welcome Hatim in just about 60 seconds. We still have 60 seconds for Naghma. So
Yeah,
I'll go to him.
yeah,
But Hatim is here. Hi, Hatim. I'll come to him. Naghma, finally, I mean, I want to bring in your final comments on anything that you want to talk about IBCs, branch campuses in India. I mean, we talked about the 19th branch campus.
Yeah, it is
Any
great.
hidden gems? You already shared some hidden gems already with us, but anything else that you had up your notes that you want to share? Please, open to you.
IBCs, it's quite interesting. It's so many of them are here, and we at this point we are counselors, so we are skeptical. I think all of us are skeptical. However, till now we have heard positive only. One of my students has got admission in Southampton, Delhi campus, in fact, Gurgaon. So let's see. I will certainly have a feedback from the student. And we are having a huge fair in Dhara on 29th, in which 120 plus universities are participating. And it's for the whole
Yes, yes, and we are there as well.
Jaipur.
Masters Union is there.
Yes, yes, and it's a public, we have opened it for public. But
Yeah.
the why I brought it is because all the IBCs are joining us. So we have actually made a section for IBCs. So I'm also looking to that day to learn more about this whole new thing and new phenomena. So let's just be positive, and I'm sure we'll have some better insight the next time we'll meet you, Ankur.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Naghma, Madhu, and Shivangi ji, for sharing your
Thank
expertise,
you.
sharing your insights. I mean, special shout out to Naghma in rains and traffic. You made it
yeah.
amazing. And I know you are traveling to
Yes.
US for the conference, so safe travels. All the very best. Have a good one. And Madhu ma'am, Shivangi ma'am, thank you to you as
Thank
well. Always an
you.
honor to work with all of you and senior people in the industry. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
partnership and collaboration.
Thank you, thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you
Thank
for
you.
this
Always owe you
opportunity.
anything, Ankur.